Hello friends, I'm Ernie the Horse Guy and welcome to this week's episode of Better Horses TV. Got a great show lined up for you. We're going to be talking about Equifest. It's just around the corner, which you will not want to miss. Then we're going to be sharing with you a clinic and some tips by Al Dunning on stopping and rollbacks. You're going to really enjoy that. Heading out east to Sitter Downs, where Matt Jobe, world champion Matt Jobe, is putting on a clinic about mountain shooting, wrapping it all up with beef on an open spit with Chef Tell Mark at the John Duckworth retirement deal that I think you're really going to enjoy it. So sit back, get yourself a cup of coffee, and enjoy Better Horses TV.
What do you get when you bring together one of the biggest names in veterinary medicine with one of the most caring and committed teams of horse health experts in the industry? You get a vaccine portfolio known for its quality and safety, a pharmaceutical line you can rely on to help manage pain and support performance. You get the products, programs, and people of Merck Animal Health.
Hi, this is Pastor Frank with Open Range Fellowship, and I'm just kind of taking a break. And I don't feel guilty at all. Actually, I read in the Gospels that Jesus went across the water to get alone with God. And that's what I'm going to do right now. And I urge you to find a place where you can just get quiet with Him. It could be a hay room. I just happen to like hay rooms. It can be anywhere. But make sure you're alone and willing to actually cry out to Him and come into, let His presence just appear to you. And spend some time with Him. He's got some great instructions and He's waiting to talk to you. Lord, we just pray that that your presence is always with us and we can just cry out in prayer, and that's how fast we can be in your presence and we can be before your throne. So Lord, help us to carve out time, quiet time, whether it's in a hay room or on horseback, but somewhere alone, Lord. And we ask this in Jesus' name. Amen. Well, you go find your quiet place, and I'm going to spend my time right here. So I'll see you next week, and God bless.
Back in the saddle and out on the trail with Ernie the Horse Guy, now fun will prevail. We'll meet the best horseman under the sun. Tip our hats to the ladies, keep the good Lord number one. Ride along, sing your song, along with better horses, we're right where we belong. Faith and love from up above, the best of the good life's yet to come.
This segment is brought to you by CSI Saddle Pads.
Hey, you're going to enjoy this next episode with Al Dunning talking about stops and rollbacks. Had a chance to share some of his information on his DVD, which is available. So let's go to that right now.
When training horses to stop, using a fence as a barrier, that's a good tool, teaching that horse to stop and have something to look at and keep them on their hocks. So when you roll back a horse into that fence, he sees that fence, he's going to push his rear end up under himself, suck his head through and move. It's going to teach him to fold up good in those kind of stops.
You know, and this little drill we're going to do here is great too. It doesn't only teach a horse to stop, but let's say you're going to go work a cow, it also teaches them stop, push off those hocks and move those front feet, which is a great key on both ends.
You know, getting the horse flexible in the front, as you can see with all the stopping stuff we're doing, keeping that horse flexible in the front makes them want to use their hocks. So that's what this is about.
So I'll go ahead here and I'm going to lope off. And the biggest thing I'm going to look for, I'm going to use that fence to help me, but I'm not going to use that fence to trap my horse. I'm just going to use it as a guideline. Some people get in a position where they'll get too close to that fence and the horse has nowhere to go. So you got to watch out for that. You got to make sure your colt has enough room to balance off that fence and has a way out. So I'm going to get loping around here and I'm going to come in at this fence kind of at an angle. I'm going to come right here. Oh, see, that colt was anticipating me, so I'm just going to keep going. And that's nothing bad. He's close to get to where they're thinking about it, so he knows what's coming on. So I'm gonna come up here, I'm gonna low, low. I'm gonna keep him going forward. Now, whoa, sit. Now, threw himself. And that was very good. You know, even though he broke, he didn't lope all the way through it. I accomplished what I was after. I just want him to start learning to move off my hand, my word. Whoa. That was better there.
Chad, it's easy to do this drill, but when we're talking, we've put so much of that word whoa in them that they want to stop. So it's hard to talk and ride at the same time.
Whoa. 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 And you know, right there, I showed you a couple different angles you can come in at that fence. The biggest key is always leave enough room for a way out for your horse.
It's kind of like in the beginning, you go at like a 45-degree angle at the fence out of that circle, and then as the colt gets a little bit better, then you go at a little bit flatter angle, like you would if you were running alongside the cow and the cow horse isn't going to make that turn.
But you know, the biggest key here is I still use my hand, my body, and the word to get the stop, and I just use the fence there. If that didn't happen, that's kind of like a punishment. Like you better stop or we're gonna hit the fence.
Right.
And that colt puts 2 and 2 together pretty quick.
So here's what I'm going to do, and I learned this drill a long time ago. I'm going to gallop down that fence, and I'm not even going to try to stop. I'm going to just double this colt back. And you go ahead and explain about me reaching down that rein, doubling this colt back, and then once he gets the idea of the rollback, where that colt's anticipating that a little bit, that's good, because he's thinking, he's trying to help us. He wasn't trying to be bad, he was trying to be good. So, but I'm going to teach this colt to gallop down that fence, double him back a few times. Then instead of doubling him back, I'm going to pick up my fence side rein and I'm going to stop him off the opposite rein and let him stop straight. So we'll just see how that goes, and you can talk about it as I go.
You know, the biggest thing when you're doing these drills is if these colts feel like they're not understanding, just go back to a step before. You know, you don't have to cram it all down their throats in one day. As you see here, this horse right here is being soft, cracked, and he's just pulling him around, which in essence is pulling that horse around his haunches, making him use that back end a little bit more. And all this drill is teaching this colt is butt in the ground, move your feet, and then we're going to go. It's very simple. And we're just using that fence as a reminder of that colt to stay back. It's just kind of like there's a wall there that he can't go through. And right there, you see how that colt made a very good move to the ground, stepped around nice and easy, very correct. Same thing there. And you notice, like, this colt never wants to stick his head up over the fence. And that's because, you know, we spent the time teaching him to move off that pressure. If you start doing this and your horse is wanting to stick his head up and stick it over the fence, you know, you got to go back and get that colt where he's following his nose a little bit. Now, like right there, that colt was just a little bit heavy on his hands, but he stopped. And I was very patient, kind of shook him off, made him step back, and go through himself. And that's ideal for what we're after here. And I know you can hear Al kissing. Big part of this forward motion. You got to keep that colt moving forward and keep that stride reaching out. That's a big part of stopping, is that longer stride.
That was kind of cool. You know, this is a 2-year-old horse we've been cutting on basically, and here I am trying to put more of a sliding stop on him.
Well, you know, a couple times there he went to the ground real good.
Yeah, I think if no matter what you do with him when you train a horse right, he could make a reiner, a cow horse, or a cutting horse, because it's really about using themselves properly. I rolled him back, and then I picked up one rein, stopped off the other, kept a little movement in my hands, and got on his hock.
Well, you know, and this is a little drill. If you have a good horse, it doesn't take them long to figure out. Usually within a day, they'll be able doing it all. You know, with a horse that's not wanting to help you, you're going to have to spend more time with it. It's just a gauge you're going to have to learn about your horse.
You know, it's interesting when doubling a horse back like that. When you pull on the right rein, they stop on the right leg. When you pull on the left rein, roll into the fence to the left, they stop on the left leg. When you pick up one rein, stop off the other, they end up stopping off both and slide straight. That's kind of a pretty good start of, you know, how to get a horse to slide.
I couldn't agree more.
Hi, I'm Al Dunning. This is my Almost a Ranch in Scottsdale, Arizona. I've been training horses for over 40 years. We've trained champion horses and riders. We are dedicated to our horses and customers and strive for positive results. Care and conditioning of the horse is foremost in our program. We welcome you to come to the Almost a Ranch, visit us about your horse program, or look us up at aldunning.com.
Hey, I hope you enjoyed that segment with Al Dunning and his son-in-law, Chad Parkinson. Great, great trainer, great, just a world champion. And by the way, you have a chance to come see him April 13th and 14th and 15th at the EC Equine Center in Lewisburg, Kansas. He's going to do a clinic there. Then back in April, he's going to be in Kingman, Kansas with John Manback out in Kingman for another clinic. An excellent opportunity to ride with one of the best. We don't have many spots open with the Al Dunning one in Lewisburg, but give us a call, come as an auditor. We got a lot of neat things going on. Hope you can join us, and I hope you enjoyed that segment with Al Dunning.
Hi, I'm Donna. This is Ringo. We're with CSI Saddle Pads. I'd like to invite you to ride our new revolutionary FlexPlate saddle pad. We offer a 30-day money-back, ride it, get it dirty guarantee. And the best part of the pad is it's 100% American-made with American parts by American hands.
Yeah, we're riding these CSI saddle pads. The thing that really sells it for me is they have a flex plate inside them, and that distributes that pressure over the horse rather than putting it all in one spot.
For more information, go to csipads.com.
The restoration of live horse and greyhound racing in Kansas will generate over 4,000 jobs, nearly $300 million in annual wages, and $23 million in new annual revenue. Reinvigorating racing at the Woodlands and 3 other Kansas tracks also create superior destination entertainment districts in Kansas. The Greater Kansas Racing Alliance is working to restore our horse and greyhound racing industries, putting Kansas in the winner's circle. Visit raceforkansas.com to show your support, and let's race for Kansas.
S4 Quality Shavings knows, just like you, your animals do better after a great night's sleep. And after 23 years in the animal bedding business, we found one size doesn't fit all. And so we made it our mission to fill your needs, whether they be small, medium, or large, flake pine, cedar, or paper bedding. No matter your situation, we're here for you. So if you need a semi-load or just a few bales, go to s4shavings.com. That's S4 shavings.com. And then everybody will get a great night's sleep.
This segment is brought to you by Heritage Tractor and your John Deere and Featherlight trailer dealer.
Hello friends, I'm Ernie Rodina and welcome to Better Horses TV. Here at Sitter Downs by Lone Jack Missouri. Been here before, great place, great opportunity for the horsemen out here, and I'm here with none other than the great Matt Jobe, and we're doing a little bit of mounted shooting. Matt, welcome to Better Horses TV.
Thank you, glad to be here.
Well, tell us what we got going on here at Sitter Downs.
All right, what we're doing today is we have several folks that are brand new to the sport of shooting. They've all been to a beginner clinic, they've all shot off their horse, and now we're kind of stepping it up a little bit. I call it the intermediate clinic. And so we're doing some ground training on foot, shooting balloons, we're learning gun handling, riding her a little better, learning how to get our horses riding a little better, and then we're going to be shooting off our horses.
Now your participants, this might be the first time shooting off their horse?
Well, they've shot off it one time before at a beginner clinic, but they've never competed or anything.
So this is pretty popular, this mounted shooting.
It is. We travel all over the world. My wife and I are both shooters. I've got a world championship on my belt here, and we've even been up in Canada shooting. Yep, very popular sport.
And now you shoot not only pistols, but you shoot the shotgun and rifles both.
Correct. Yep, they have 3 different divisions. Everyone has to do the revolver division, and then you can go into a shotgun division and into a rifle division. A lot of fun.
Let's talk about the horsemanship that's involved, because this is a lot of times new to the horses out there, and you got to be a good horseman, and that's what you're working on. Let's talk about that some.
Correct. Yes, and we visited with these riders here today, and they're finding holes in their horses. You know, there's not neck reining as well as they should, not going forward as well as they should. You need a horse that's trained. You need a horse that's broke to ride, so you can flow through the pattern. and shoot your balloons.
And Matt, you know, you do this. These are great here on out here doing this clinic. It's been a one-day clinic, if I'm correct.
Correct. Yes, sir.
And but this is your livelihood, training horses. You're down by Windsor, Missouri.
Yes, sir.
And the bottom line is you got to get these horses broke.
Correct. Yep.
Any advice you see when you're working with these horsemen, both young and old and different ages, advice you'd say as far as something they can work on to become better horsemen?
Absolutely. And it does not matter what you do. We do a lot of obstacle challenges, same thing as shooting. And what you need to do is remember that horses learn by release of pressure. And so many times our horse does something bad and we release all the pressure. And so that's the same as saying, good job, attaboy. So you need to be consistent. You need to only let go of that pressure when they're doing the right thing, and make sure you do let go of that pressure, and then expect more. You know, that's the other thing is so many times people say, well, my horse does that okay. Well, that's not okay. Expect more out of your horse. Get them better and better and better.
Now, we're going to get a chance, you're going to be seeing folks, the riders, actually doing this on foot.
Correct.
At first, and then they're going to evolve and go to on horseback today. Is that correct?
Correct. The point of today is get them all a little bit better and step them up a little bit. So first thing we're going to do is gun handling. A lot of these folks haven't handled a gun very much. And so we're going to run through it on foot because these are single action Colt 45 revolvers. So they have to cock the hammer back each and every time. And their skills about keeping our arm out, where we want to point at, how far away we want to be. So we're going to do it on foot, master that first. Then we're going to get on our horses, ride through it. Then we're going to get on our horses, have our guns, and actually ride through it and shoot the balloons.
That's why, like you're explaining to us, like on the I call it like a big long wand that they were hitting on both sides of the horse. That's just getting the horse used to putting your arm out there.
Correct. Some of these horses, they haven't done a whole lot. They're not what I would really call trained horses, but the folks are trying. They're trying to make them better. Sometimes whenever you stick your horse hand out after you've shot a couple times, sometimes that horse can be a little flinchy of your hand. And so they're just waving stuff around, desensitizing the horse.
What's really neat is what you do. You work some on Wednesdays at the Windsor Sale Barn.
Correct.
And how broke does it get the horses doing that kind of stuff? And then I imagine you put them through the mounted shooting type of training. Bottom line is they're broke.
Correct. Yep. And it does not matter what you're going to go do. Whenever I'm training horses for people, I need to have control of their shoulders, control of their ribs, control of their hind end. I need to get them soft and supple and get them in that willing frame of mind. So whenever I say, hey, let's go cut this cow and pin it up, they say, yes, sir, and they're on it. When I say, hey, we're going to shoot, they say, yes, sir, we're on it. We go through obstacles, yes, sir, we're on it.
We got viewers right now watching, and they say, I want to do this. I want to get one and do it right. What's the process to get in touch with you and get in some of your clinics? Because you do a lot of riding at home too.
Correct, yep. And every day, and people come from all over. I just had some folks leave from Texas, come up, stay a week, and we did some training there. And so the big thing to do is give me a call and or Facebook, Matthew L. Jobe on Facebook. My phone number is 660-537-9542. And a big thing, come ride and let me help you out. So many times on shooting, people just want to go shoot off their horse and they mess them up. And let me help you start them off right.
Matthew Jobe, Windsor, Missouri, world champion mounted shooter. Thank you for being part of Better Horses TV. And I want a special thanks goes out to Kelly Sitter and Sitter Downs. Wonderful place, and what she's doing in all these clinics and everything is just great for the industry.
Absolutely.
Thanks for tuning in to Better Horses TV.
Hey, been a cold Oklahoma winter. Man, the ponds have been frozen. We've had to chop more ice than an Eskimo woman on menopause. You know she's got to take her frustration out on that ice. But you know, as I was sitting here chopping ice the other day, I got to thinking about how cold this water is, and I got to thinking about if somebody dared me to do one of them Arctic plunges, and I'd be like most of you. I'd say, absolutely not. But then I got to thinking, what if there's a 4-year-old kid out there needed help and I was here to save him? Like the most of you, I would jump in or do whatever it took or think of something. My natural instincts would kick in on saving that kid. Well, the same goes for sharing our faith. A lot of us are timid about sharing our faith with other people or working God into a conversation. And it really shouldn't be that way, because here's what's happened. Just like your natural instincts would kick in and you'd find a way to jump in and save that kid out of icy waters, I know sharing your faith can be frigid and icy and it goes against our flesh and it hurts. You don't want to do it. But if you take the step of faith and do share how you feel about God, God's instincts will kick in just like yours did to save that kid. Every time you'll have words, you'll have wisdom, you'll have insight, you'll have confidence, and you'll look back on it and go, man, God is real. He showed up. So, the waters of sharing your faith are not that icy. You just got to have the faith to jump in. Have a great day.
BootDaddy.com proudly supports Equifest of Kansas, Kansas's premier all-breed horse fair and exposition, presented by the Kansas Horse Council. Equifest of Kansas brings the nation's leading equine clinicians and entertainers to the Topeka Expo Center. Enjoy 3 full days of education, entertainment, and shopping, including the Jumper Classic, breed exhibition, top horse versatility competition, ranch rodeo, and more. It's an event for the whole family. For more information or to buy tickets, visit equifestofks.com.
You care about your animals and feeding them the best. And that's where Purina's local Kansas City dealers step in, providing you experience, knowledge, service, and advice. Purina feed dealers are people who believe in community involvement and who believe in you. They have a passion for the feed industry and are committed to helping customers unlock the potential of every animal. If you are looking for a trusted source for your animals, look no further than your local Purina feed dealer, your partner in animal care.
Better Horses with Ernie Rodina is brought to you by your friends at Merck Animal Health.
Welcome to the Better Horses Properties Report. Let's take a tour out to the Pierce Ranch near Lawrence and Topeka, Kansas. You're going to love it. Check out the beautiful Pierce Ranch near Barrington, Kansas. It's got a custom-built 4-bedroom, 3-bath estate home offering 3,876 square feet of beautiful living on 39-plus acres. An open floor plan with a stunning vaulted great room featuring lovely hardwood floors and a stone fireplace with a hand-carved running horse mantel. Large master suite with a tiled bath and a private door to the back patio. Meticulous construction with 2x6 exterior walls. Lower level office could be the 5th conforming bedroom with an addition of a closet. Newer roof and new paint inside and out. On the horse side of it, you got the heated Morton stable with 6 preferred stalls with automatic waters and a tack stall. Electric and water goes to the pastures with run-in sheds. It's fenced and cross-fenced, a rare find on blacktop with a grand entry. Perfect for country living, yet just only 5 minutes to I-70 for easy commuting. Hi friends, I'm Ernie the Horse Guy, and I want to talk to you about Better Horses Properties. If you have a property you'd like to list and sell, I'm the guy to contact. When it comes to marketing, we're second to none. We've got the publication. We'll promote your place in the publication. We'll promote it on our radio networks. We're going to promote it on TV and our e-blast. Better Horses Network is your direction to go when you're looking to market your horse property. So contact me at Ernie@BetterHorsesRadio.com for your property and let us go to work for you.
Your buddy Ron once said he could install your ceiling fan. He couldn't. And that one time, Ron said another chili dog was a good idea? Yeah, it wasn't. So when Ron said you'd never afford a John Deere tractor, you knew better. Now, Ron does too. The E-Series, legendary John Deere quality, unexpected low price.
Stop by and see Heritage Tractor at one of its 9 locations for your John Deere and Featherlight trailer needs. HeritageTractor.com.
This segment is brought to you by your independent Purina dealers.
We're here at the Hardy Grub segment, here at the barn, here with the Lionel Weaver barn here in Leavenworth, Kansas. And I'm here with, again, Chef Mark, and you got your assistant I see with you again this week, Roger Breville.
This process takes a lot of help.
Unbelievable dish, but tell us about what you're cooking.
We're doing inside rounds over rotisserie. It's quite a process. It's a piece of junk I'm using, but it's quite a process to get it set up.
It's been MacGyvered.
It's been MacGyvered. I got it turned in just the right speed so that the fat as it cooks rolls over the beef so it don't really fall off. It just marinates itself as it rolls. So we sprinkle it with oil and my secret seasoning, put it on the spit, and it's been on there for about 3 hours now, and about another 30 minutes it'll be good to go.
How big of chunks are these?
They weigh about 20 pounds a piece when we started.
And they're inside rounds. How many will a 20-pound piece serve?
Hopefully 40 people if they eat half a pound a piece.
Well, that's pretty good. It tastes just unbelievable. And what's really neat, look, we got Rockin' Rusty coming down.
I see.
So anyway, what's really neat about this is that it tastes great, and what's really neat is that you can get it done so quick.
If I get them done right, you won't know you're not eating prime rib. They are that good.
Yeah.
Making 2 sauces with them, we're doing like a horseradish cream sauce, like you'd put on a prime rib, and we're doing an au jus sauce like you'd put on prime rib. And that's our sides to go with it.
This is a benefit for who tonight?
John Duckworth.
John Duckworth, the top farrier that we're doing around the area. So it's just really great. I tell you what, the meat is just tremendous. Taste is super from that standpoint.
Been sampling a little, have we?
We
There ain't no onions and green peppers in the meat, but you're a little worried about me au jus.
We got some homemade blue cheese inside and everything from that standpoint. But tell us a little bit about in getting this. How long does it normally take by size of the meat? How long does it take to cook?
Well, it kind of depends on the fire. We got lucky today. Beautiful day, no wind. The windier it is, the longer it takes to cook. So right now I'm figuring 3.5 hours on these. Right now I got an internal temperature of about 100 degrees, and we got about an hour to go, and I think I'm right on target.
I'm really on target for that. So it's just, I'll tell you what, it can't be. Did you talk a little bit about what you're spraying that stuff with?
Oh yeah, we marinate them the whole time with apple juice and soy sauce.
Give
mixed
us a
with
shot
a little bit of
there
water.
real quick.
Yeah, and it helps keep the outside down. But look at the beautiful glaze we get on them by doing that. They'll just get all shiny and nice and gooey like that.
And it's apple juice.
Apple juice and soy sauce.
Soy sauce, really
Soy
good.
sauce, use a little bit for the salt content in it, because it really intensifies the flavor of the outside of it, and the apple juice for the sugar.
Mark, I can't tell much difference between what you're cooking here and prime rib.
Well, that's good. That's the way it's
what we
supposed to be.
want.
Cheap man, poor man's prime rib,
So
and poor
what
man's cooker.
We're going to see it tonight, but what else we got on the agenda?
Connie and I, last night in your absence, while you was at the horse show in Oklahoma City, we made cheesy potatoes.
Really looks good.
Yeah, they are.
Ernie wasn't there.
No, Connie and I and Tina whipped these up last night, really good. Having a little salad with some famous blue cheese, Biggie's blue cheese.
So hey, I'll tell you what, thank you so much for joining us on the Hardy Grub segment with Better Horses TV. We're going to go enjoy some of this great meal. Thank you guys so much for bringing Hardy Grub
to another spot.
Another spot.
Hi, Mom!
Hey guys, I'm having fun with Better Horses TV, 30 Rodina, and this is because of you. Thank you so much. We always enjoy the emails and the comments. Just email me at Ernie@betterhorsesradio.com. And also make sure you check out our new website, betterhorses.com. A lot of neat stuff on that, and my thanks goes to the folks that put that together. And then also check out our radio show, Better Horses Radio KC style, and you can get it on our website too, and listen to it, the podcast, having a blast. So till next week, happy trails, and always ride for the brand.